What's up, everybody? We're back this week with another video showcasing some insane kills. Congrats to our weekly giveaway winner, Sirius XD. I'll follow up with you on Discord. And enjoy the video, everyone. Back at it, kicking it off with a 7-4 awakened 8-3 Primal staff fight. Here we go. We had a reset before this fight. I know I can win this. I have no food on right now, so I'm going to go ahead and just make sure he's engaged in the fight because I really want this kill, and then I'll pop my food and we'll see where it goes. Boom. Alright, we're popping the cabbage, and then he's going to approach us. We're going to go right into the Pyramus, get it off right before he engages. There he goes, opening up with a damage burst. We're going to use our advantage here on damage, keeping our distance, taking our time, using that W to make sure that we're getting as much efficiency out of that as possible, using the pounce, hitting some of those auto attacks. We're not going to let him escape here. Use our boots, sprint after him, boom, hit the pounce. His healing from his jacket is not going to be able to outweigh our damage. Go ahead and just finish the fight here. Hit him with one more pounce. Got mobs in the way. Boom, we got our W and our Q, and GG's. Beautiful trash rate. Sold the weapon back for 70 million. On to the next one. 6-4-8-3 Blood Moon Staff. He's rocking a mist jacket, so it's going to be hard to execute through that undead cape. We're rocking Pure Mist Snapper for this fight. Let's go. His build is based purely off of sustain with some good damage. Our build is based purely off of damage. He's going to be able to use mobs there to sustain some of that lifesteal, so we're just going to go ahead and try to keep that as tapered as possible, avoid his damage along the way, and keep dealing damage ourselves. Alright, good. He used his jacket early, avoiding our execute, which means we also don't get that cooldown on our Panther form. Huge advantage here. Let's finish it off strong. GG's, good fight. The weapon had some solid stats, sold it back for about 16 million. On to the next one. Alright, we got some 1v1s versus Nemesis YouTube. Much respect to this guy, but he only posts his wins, so let's go ahead and humble him as we destroy him in these battles. solid trade so far. He's using a Keeper's Cape, so we're going to go ahead and purge that damage buff. He knows I already used my purge. He uses Mercenary Jacket. I reflect it back with my Armor of Valor. We're still on top. He's at about 40% HP, no CDs. We have our 3 Qs and our pounce. Boom, light work. Alright, we know how to handle DGs now. They're making a huge comeback in the meta just because of their mobility and high damage output. So let's see how we handle this with the Prowling counter. Alright, I've got my jacket and my purge to counter his cape and his jacket, so we're going to go ahead and use those intermittently to see which one we want to use against the other. Alright, a bit of an early execute because of his cape. He's not using undead, so we're not worried about executing through the cape, and then he goes ahead and pops his jacket. Trying to purge that as quickly as possible. Run, 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 run for your life. Alright, he's going to keep running here, and we're just going to go ahead and skip through this. Super boring. Alright, he finally engages again. Cheeky Q there to avoid some mob hits. We're destroying him in damage. He's going Q1, doesn't matter. We have our polymorph. Jacket for his cape. Keep playing it through. Polymorph, there it is, pounce. He pops his mercenary jacket. We're gonna purge that. And the boots. Huge. Now we just finish it off strong. Hit him with the Qs, a couple auto attacks, and way too easy. Everyone is beatable. This man is no exception, even by a mobile player. Oops. This entire clip is just absolutely bananas. A huge testament to staying calm, keeping your head on, and a little bit of luck involved with making good decisions. So, a completely maxed out 7-4 Awakened Infinity Blade 8-4 here comes and ambushes me out of nowhere. I'm not prepped for this at all. Huge disadvantage for gear as well, so we'll see how it plays out. Luckily, he purged my boots instead of my cape with his helmet, otherwise I'd have been absolute toast here. Staying calm, knowing he can't purge my cape, pops my cape, saves my potion for the cape, using my invis. There's so much chaos going around. See different players all around here. A DG up to the left, using his mercenary jacket, running through. We got people mounted running through. Absolute chaos all around. So we made it out of there with 40% good decision making, 60% luck. I'm mounted up now, thank God. However, I want this fight. I'm OC'd now. I have my Pyramid Snapper on. I know I can win this. Had a chance to think about the Limit Breaker abilities a little bit while I was mounted up here. I want this fight, so I'm going back. I'm going to find him, try to isolate him from all the rats running around, and let's take this fight. Seems to be all the craze kind of in the meta. It's got good mobility, pairs up really well with the mercenary jacket. The ability is good for slowing down opponents while also executing through undead capes. I think it's a good all-around weapon. However, I think Panther absolutely destroys it. Gonna start by shooing this little rat away, and then here we go. We can begin the fight. So we start off with a big trade. He's smart to pop that E1 while I'm in my Panther form because he knows my defense is low. I counter it with my jacket, which is really smart of me there. He's going to go ahead and pop his mercenary jacket while I'm in Panther again, so I can't purge, but I purge it right away. Really good timing. There we go. We're trading with W's. In my human form, I'm pouncing on him as much as possible. Alright, he's going to come in with an execute move here soon. He's back in his E1. There it is. Big swing on the E2. He's going to have to wait out that reset. I go ahead and hit him with the 3 Qs. Huge counter there. Chase after him. Want that Q finish. Just so satisfying. Let's check the trash rate. Oh my god. Absolutely beautiful. Couldn't figure out a price to sell it back to him. He offered 65 million silver. We were negotiating quite a bit, but unreal fight, GG's. We love a good 1v1. Here we go. 8-4 maxed out Prowling versus 8-4 maxed out Prowling. I love Prowling 1v1s. This fight is mine. There's just so many nerves when you're fighting fights for hundreds of millions of silver. Anyone would be lying if they said otherwise. So there's a lot of resets at the beginning of these fights. No one wants to brawl outright. You're trying to get your head in the right spot. You're trying to get your confidence up. Here we go. We're brawling incredibly well here, creating efficiencies everywhere we can. Incredible dodge on his pounce W there. I could sense it coming. Use that helmet to keep the damage low. At this point, we both know the fight is mine. It's a catch and chase. And we're chasing him down here. Here we go for the pounce. We go for the execute. He uses his jacket to avoid it. We're going to go ahead and do that super smooth Q finish. I don't care how many times you nerf this weapon. This is always going to be my favorite. Absolute max stats on that. Sold it back for 120 million silver. Here we go. Some of the highest stakes 1v1s with the old legend himself, Juan. Even players like this are completely beatable. I've beaten him before. I will beat him again. Here we go. DGs love their pre-stacks, otherwise they refuse to engage, so whatever, I let them have them. I'm not even playing with Poly, I'm playing with my regular W. Doesn't matter. He's got his stacks, he's got his cooldowns. We both know the second I change to Panther form, he's going to hit me with those double E's. I'm not going to let it happen. I purge his mercenary jacket immediately, reflect some of the damage after, waiting for my CDs. There we go, hits me with the helmet. I hit him with a execute. He goes into his cape. I don't know how my Q didn't hit or finish him. He is clearly very low on health. Boom, there it is, 150 HP. Tragic. He immediately gets away. DGs have way too much mobility. Alright, and so way too much experimenting with his different Qs, way too many resets later. Finally, we're back at it. I'm going Poly. I'm not taking any chances anymore. I just want to kill him and finish this. Hint for you all, DGs will try to activate their mercenary jacket and then use their E so you can't purge them. Don't let it work. Early execute from us to keep up with damage. We're going to try to use the jacket to buy time so that we can get our cooldowns back on the Panther form. Run away, keep some distance for that Q1. Keep attacking with RQ, which has a little bit of range. Using that Poly. Now we're at an interesting time where we're both kind of at a stalemate. He knows that when I get my Poly and I use it on him, he's absolutely dead. I know that if he gets his E and gets him within range, I'm absolutely dead. I have good space here. Let's see what happens. So I hit him with the Poly, he W's past me, which is fine. My target lock gets messed up, which is absolutely tragic. I don't get the execute, he gets killed by the mob with my bleed damage as well. I should have won that fight, I'm not one to complain, but my target lock got absolutely messed up. Don't know how the heck that happened. Horrible ending, we both ended up dying, which is hilarious, but just to show you, Juan is very beatable, anyone is very beatable. If they deny it, they're just absolutely kidding themselves. some lucky duo miss player got about 400 million in loot, so enjoy that for sure. And back at it with an 8-3 fight with a Warbow player, which is really taking over the meta as well. Super strong weapon, super hard to play against, great for kiting. I mean, that E just hits so hard. I've only been playing this game for about a year, so I don't know if it's always been the case. Like, I've only recently started seeing Warbow players in the meta within the past, like, month. So I'm not sure if that E has always hit that hard, but wow. I mean, it's just super hard to play against. This weapon can brawl, this weapon can chase, this weapon can kite. It's really all about getting in as close as possible, not letting them create that space, making sure that you can deal damage without them being able to kite you, especially with that poison arrow and with that E. I mean, that E just slaps so hard. They used their jacket, which is fine. I wasn't able to get the execute, but also simultaneously used up all my charges. So right here, I would have done my standard execute within the cape to finish it off, but I didn't have any charges, so I had to pop his cape right away, otherwise I would have lost. You can't see it, but you can hear it. That reflect actually was super useful, was reflecting the damage, and then I saw him coming up at the bottom of the map, use my W preemptively, and boom, we got the kill. Incredible. Trash rate on point. That was an awesome fight. I always invis approach orbs, hoping for a big fight. Ran into a 7-4, 8-3 attuned Prowling here. Really ready for it. The only problem is there are just rats everywhere, making me super nervous, making him super nervous. We decided to both clearly fight through it. Definitely consequences involved. The rats get involved. There's a bloodletter there. I don't remember. I think he was probably like 6'2 or something, which is still very dangerous. Pop the other rat, unfortunately. I'm super focused on the kill. I really want this. We're running away from him. I hit him with the 3Q on my opponent, dead. And then outrun the rats. I just cut it out because it ended up being a super long chase. I had to actually leave the miss, which sucks. Final fight of the video, a 6-4 versus 6-4 Awakened Prowling matchup. My favorite fight. You know how I love these. Gonna let you enjoy this one. I'll comment on one funny part, but it ends up just being total domination from me and then a catch and chase. Alright, someone please explain to me how this missed. I don't know what the heck happened there. And we finally catch, and trash rate is unbelievable. Thank you all so much for tuning in this week. Tune in next week. There's going to be some insane updates in the next video. See you soon.